Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Mignon Cobra and I make minimalist videos. So today's video is going to be me talking about me like more fully embracing minimalism. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Let's go! Woo! Okay. So, for those who've been following me for a while, you guys kind of know that I kind of label myself as a rebel minimalist because I try to like incorporate principles that are usually not in line with like what other minimalists do. Like a lot of minimalists are very like anti-consumerism. I mean, obviously, because minimalism is having less. Like, how are you gonna be a consumerist and have less, right? It's kind of like it's a bit hard, right? It's a fine line. But yeah, recently, like after, oh yeah, I'm back in China. Yeah, after my trip to Taiwan, I don't know, I'm not sure what it was, but like I had a really good time in Taiwan. I had lots of fun and everything, but I kind of got this feeling as I came back towards the end of my vacation. I was like, what if I started embracing like full minimalism, you know? Like I had tried it before, but I did it in the sense of like I decluttered a lot and I tried to live with as little as I could possible, like kind of like in an extreme sense. But I feel like I was kind of still missing the core essence of it. Like I was like not letting myself buy anything, but I wasn't letting myself like own anything, and I was just kind of like living like a hermit sort of. But this time I want to try embracing minimalism for its like better values, like appreciating what I already have and like letting myself have a few quality things. So I think I'm going to talk about what I'm changing now that from before, like how I was doing minimalism to how I'm going to do this more like full minimalism. Okay, so like the first thing is just a little quick story. I'm going to stop putting emphasis on material things. So the reason like I used to call myself a rebel minimalist is because I still told myself I could have material things. But after I audiobooked Goodbye Things, the book mentioned a really good thing about more expensive doesn't mean more happiness, and I think that was one of the things that was still causing me a lot of stress. Like if you guys watch a lot of my other videos where I like stressed over having bought a pair of 3 shoes and then I returned them, and then I bought this and then I returned it, and da-da-da and blah blah blah, it was like like me trying to be like a rebel about it was not making me any happier. I wasn't like, the material stuff just wasn't bringing me any joy, and it was like super stressing, and it was kind of like me trying to shop beyond my means, because I used to tell myself and tell you guys that if I bought something, like if I'm gonna own very little, I'm allowed to own the very best. But it didn't really work out like that. To kind of give you an example of how I kind of like going in the reverse, I used to buy a lot of like luxury makeup. So I used to like, one of my first blog entries is like my YSL BB cushion and stuff. I used to buy a lot of that stuff. Then I stopped because of cruelty-free makeup, so I wasn't able to buy any makeup in China, and that was really liberating. Then when I went to Taiwan and I bought a bunch of makeup that is cruelty-free, but I bought like, I kind of wasn't practiced in controlling myself, and so I bought like duplicates, only to realize when I came to China, I kind of didn't want to put on makeup anymore. So here I have a bunch of brand new makeup that I don't want to wear. So the point that I'm trying to make is I discovered that more expensive doesn't necessarily make you happier. Like I bought the cheaper makeup by buying like Taiwanese drugstore makeup, and I was really happy when I bought it. Happier than when I bought the YSL makeup. I remember when I bought the YSL makeup, it was like one shade too wrong, like too light or whatever, and I was super stressed out and blah blah blah, and it was just like, I was like, oh my god, I spent $90 on this, blah blah blah. So I just kind of realized that yeah, in terms of material stuff, I'm not gonna live by the philosophy anymore that if I own very little, it has to be the best. I'm letting go of that. To kind of give you guys another example, when I kind of realized that it kind of made me sick. We were in Hong Kong, passing through Hong Kong, coming back from Taiwan, and in Hong Kong, it's like the second cheapest place you can get the iPhone besides the US. So I really wanted to get it, but we didn't have enough time. We were like just transferring through because it was like a connecting flight. We didn't have like that layover in the airport for a couple hours. We literally had to go straight. But I think I had like 10 minutes or like 20 minutes, some ridiculous time like that. And I wanted to go. There was 2 shops that sell like electronics. We went to one and they didn't have it, so I wanted to go to the next one, but it's just downstairs. But Will's like, we don't have time, come on, let's just get to the other terminal, we gotta catch our plane. And like I was like, put on like this like shitty face, and I was like, okay fine, I really want to buy, I bet you they'd have it. They probably didn't even have it anyway. And when we got to the terminal and we were sitting in our like waiting area, I started like crying. How fucking stupid is that? I cried because I couldn't buy the iPhone. Like, and it's only like maybe like 100 or 200 renminbi cheaper than it was in Taiwan, cheaper than it would be in China. Like I could just buy it in China. Like what the fuck is the big deal? So I kind of realized that, because if it was like I was trying to like buy the best, right? It would be a duplicate because I already own a phone, right? So the whole thing would be like, what I'm trying to say is that me pushing myself to have the best, but sometimes it's kind of like out of my like means, because if it was within my means, I could have just copped it the same way I copped this phone. I went in, bought it cash, and that was the end of that. But the iPhone I've been struggling to buy for like, I don't know, maybe like a year, maybe not a year, but like less than a year. And I'm like waiting, checking the prices. It's like, it's out of my means. I'm not saying like I cannot afford it. Like if I spent all my, if I bought it, I'd have that be all my money. But it'd be like, I'm living at, like, it's like, you know what I mean? Like if it was like within my means, I'd just cop it, not have to think so hard about it. So that's kind of when I decided to do away with consumerism. I decided to do away with this whole like keeping up with the Jones and blah 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 and whatever. It's not that it's like the newest iPhone, but it was just like, you know what? I wanted to just like let go of it all, like kind of like clean my palette. So that's kind of what I'm trying right now. Okay, the second thing that I want to change from before is, before I was like, I'm worthy of material things. I'm trying the opposite now. I'm trying the I'm worthy without material things. Sorry, I'm just keeping track of time. I'm trying the I'm worthy without material things. That's like something that I want to try, because before I'd be like, you know what, like I deserve this and I deserve that. Well, you know what? I don't, not I don't deserve it, but I'm perfectly okay the way I am now. Just to kind of give you a symbolism, I have 3 ear piercings, and this little one I always wore in the last one, and the first 2 I kept empty because I'm like, I'm gonna go shopping for more earrings. I need more. I could see these empty holes and I'd be like, I need more earrings, but I don't want to buy more earrings because I'm a minimalist, blah, 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 blah. It was always this feeling of everything was empty. Like, I deserve more stuff. I deserve more stuff. But since I'm a minimalist, I didn't let myself have any of that stuff. So it was like this really weird, sickening feeling of never being satisfied. And I was just like, ugh, guys, I'm so done with feeling that way. So I decided to change it. So I took this earring being in the last hole and I brought it down to the small hole. I was really scared because I'm like, oh my god, what if my 3rd hole seals up? Do I have to like re-pierce it, blah, 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 blah. But I was like, no, I'm gonna make my prettiest earring, because this one is like stainless steel, surgical steel. This is the one that they use to puncture the hole with. I brought it down to the bottom. I can shower with it and I don't have to clean it. It stays completely new, and I've had it for like 5 years now. So I brought it down to the first hole, and I was like, the other holes don't need to be filled up because this is the main hole. So we're just gonna put it in the main hole, and it looks pretty, it looks classic, it looks minimalist, and I don't need the other holes to be filled with anything. Those holes can just be there. If they seal up, great. If they don't, then that's cool too. I don't care. I'm never gonna go back and check because I don't care. I have that one. My main hole is filled now, so I feel like it's like what I am now is enough, you know. Another thing that I'm gonna also try, the third thing that I'm trying that's different from my old minimalism to my new minimalism, is that I'm gonna try to be more like in tune with appreciating the essentials. So I had been kind of wrestling with the idea that I wanted to get rid of makeup last year around, it's funny around this time too, but then I started making my YouTube channel and I was like, I gotta look pretty for YouTube, and I don't want to kind of get rid of my makeup. Like, I just bought it because like I just gone back to Canada last February. Well, it's March now, but yeah. So then this time around I was kind of like, well, I'd sit in Taiwan with my free time, I would like do my face, you know, like do my makeup, whatever, and I'd show you guys the reviews, and I was like super happy. But then I kind of realized that I was like, what if I didn't have to do my makeup? Because like there were times I'd go to the, like I'd run downstairs and I'd come back up to the apartment and I'd be like, I'd wash my face and I'd be done, and I'd look at my face and I'd be like, my skin is so clean. Well, right now it's not like perfect. I have like I have 2 acnes that I'm waiting up to clear up. But I was like, besides those, I actually got these just recently. Before I got kind of stressed out and I poked at them. But before that I didn't have it. My face was completely perfect, and I was like, I have perfect skin. Why do I keep putting on makeup? You know, I have full eyebrows that I don't have to color in. I'm not trying to brag. I'm just saying like things that I started to think about. And I was like, I have full lashes and I have no acne. I'm like, I have what people try to fake. why am I covering that up with makeup? Why do I, and it's not so much that, but it's like the act of also putting on makeup tells me that I'm not enough unless I'm wearing makeup. And I just like, in addition to also like the time, you know, spent doing my face and this time spent putting it away, I was like, I kind of didn't want to do it anymore. And there's actually, I got this idea from Goodbye Thanks. He was talking about when we bring in one object, it's never just one more object we bring in. It comes with everything else that comes with it. So to give you an example, when I bought a mascara brush, then I was like, well, I also need eyeliner. And then I also need this and I also need that, and I started to accumulate more things. In addition, I didn't have any more makeup remover, but I was like, I just bought more makeup, so I also need more makeup remover. So I bought that, and then I thought, oh, when I'm in China, when this one runs out, I'm gonna need more. So then I went and I bought a new one that's sealed. I haven't even opened it. I haven't even finished the one I just bought. I'm just like, I'm just bringing in more and more and more things into my life, and I'm just like, what for? I'm paying money to buy something that removes something off my face, which I also have to pay for. I also have to pay for the makeup. And then I think, you know, when I calculated it, Canadian, I spent, because I bought makeup twice, so each time was 800 Taiwanese, so that's 1,600 Taiwanese dollar Canadian. I spent 70 Canadian on makeup this vacation alone. And I was like, have I not learned? Did I not learn? Luckily, I didn't do anything in my hair because the last expensive thing that I did was my hair. So I haven't done anything to my hair. I just got a slight trim. I'm not even cutting my hair this summer. I'm just gonna let it grow out. I'm only cutting it during Chinese New Year, and the rest this summer I'm just gonna let it grow out. I want to have long, flowing, natural hair. That's the last luxury thing I want to do. Yeah, I also got rid of like my jewelry. So like I just wear this. I decluttered all my jewelry. All I have is this and this bracelet that I have when my mom gave me for my birthday. Not my birthday, when I was born, I guess. It says my name on it and it's like real gold. And I'm just like, yeah, I wanna, okay, I don't know what point this is, so I'll just write it down here. But the next point that I also wanted to change in terms of my minimalism, the reason for being a minimalist. So if you guys have seen my other videos, I wanted to be a minimalist, or I was a minimalist because of the byproduct that I wanted to save money. It was for wealth. Like I wanted to be richer, I wanted to put money away, I wanted to save money, so I became a minimalist. It was like unintentional. So the focus was never really to be a minimalist. If I wanted something, I still bought it, you know. My values were kind of like as it suited me. So this time around, I want to be a minimalist for the sake of being a minimalist. So to kind of give you an example, I'm not going to do things based on the price or the value of material things, but rather ask myself, do I want this? Do I need this? This is a duplicate. Rather, is it in line with being more minimalistic? And if you're asking me, oh, but now you're going to go into like your old ways and blah, 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 blah. So to kind of illustrate why I'm doing this is because it's kind of like a Buddhist thing. Buddhists draw lines, you know, like they have like that sand pit and they just like draw lines in the sand, and then the next day or whatever they just like wipe it clean, and you're like, why would you do that? Just leave it. You already drew the lines. Because the next day or whatever they just redraw the lines. They just keep doing that. And it's kind of like the pendulum swing of consumer, like maximalism and minimalism. The more minimalism you go, the harder you swing in the other direction to be a maximalist. So I'm gonna try doing that. I'm gonna clean my palette for a bit, let it all just come out, I want to live with less so that it cleans my palette, and then I want to see what will arise from that. What desires, what new things will come out, you know, examine that. And I think that once I examine that, I think I will definitely learn more about myself, because it's like moving the top surface crap, the superficial stuff, and looking at the essence, like what's there, what's at the bottom of it. Because there's many things I've learned about myself that I did it from having become a minimalist, even though it was to just, you know, save money. So I want to see what will arise from this, what new desires will come up, and that will be the pendulum swinging back into the maximalism, and then from there I'll examine that, you know. So I wanted to just practice newer things with minimalism that I hadn't before, and I kind of want to see where that takes me, and we'll document it, and as usual take you guys along for the road. So yeah, this was just a little bit like a little heavier, deeper video than I usually do. Usually I'm like laughing and cracking up and like flailing my arms around when I film these with you guys, but I wanted to just have like a talk down with you. But yeah, this is me not wearing any makeup, and it's really refreshing. So I think I'm gonna film more in depth about why I'm not wearing makeup anymore. I'm gonna try for March. I haven't decluttered any of my makeup, guys, by the way, so it's still there. I'm gonna try this March no makeup month, see how it goes, and then at the end of March I'll let you guys know what it was like for a month and see how I feel, if I want to bring it back in, if I don't want to bring it back in. I'm not being extreme about minimalism the way I used to be. I'm not decluttering it. That makeup can just grow old and moldy there. I'm not decluttering it. It'll still be there because I'm not forcing. I want it to be that I'm choosing not to wear makeup, not because I don't have the makeup anymore. That there's like that distinction. So yeah. Let's see, anything else? Yeah, so essentially just to kind of sum up my video, I wanted to just practice a less is more kind of zen mentality and just feel more at ease. And it's been really good so far. Yesterday I went to the mall with Will and I just followed Will around and whatever Will wanted to look at. I didn't want to look at anything that I wanted. There's this one pair of Ultra Boosts that I want to cop, but I'm just like, I still have desire for it and I really, really want them, but I'm just like, you know what, take it easy now. Just take it easy. You know what? There'll always be new things that you want in your life. You want this, you want that, just who cares? Just relax. Because I know what it's like when I start to give in to my desires, then it starts to get out of control. And I'm not like Will, where he's like, oh, I want a lot of things, but I'm not going to get it. For me, I don't want something, I don't want something. But if I find that I do want something, I want it. It digs its way into my soul and I get like what he says, tunnel vision, and I just freaking want it so badly and I just do anything that it takes to get it. Like I'm like that. Like I was about my weight. I've been like that about my YouTube channel. I'm just so tunnel vision. I get like this weird passion obsession. I don't know if it's because I'm like Latina or something, but it's just, yeah, it's so I decided that I'm better off without the desire and I feel so much more at ease and more relaxed and just more like a lot better. So we'll see how long this lasts. Anyway, yeah, I think I covered everything. If you like this video, all I ask is that you guys subscribe. Thank you so much for having watched and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!